Welcome to my YouTube channel, Dreamify Animation. Today, we bring you a beautiful, emotional, and thought-provoking story about an alien's exile, self-discovery, and the powerful message of harmony between nature and life. This is the tale of Koro, a mischievous alien who found purpose not in grand space battles or alien technology, but in the heartbeat of a forest teeming with life. Koro came from the planet Zintar, a vibrant world of endless colors and wild energy, where beings manipulated gravity with a whisper and danced through the air like sparks in a cosmic fire. But Koro wasn't like the others. While his peers trained in galactic sciences and interstellar politics, Koro preferred pranks. From flipping gravity fields in classrooms to hiding elder beings' robes in alternate dimensions, his mischief became too much for the Zintarian Council. After one final stunt, rerouting the planetary rotation for a full minute, causing chaos on a planetary scale, the Council decided to exile Koro, but they did not want to destroy him. They believed in redemption. So they banished him to a small blue planet on the edge of a forgotten galaxy, Earth. Here, stripped of his powers and alien tech, Koro was dropped in the middle of a dense, ancient forest no satellite had ever mapped. At first, Koro was furious. No floating monoliths, no cities in the clouds, no glowing crystals humming with energy. Just trees, tall, twisting, rustling giants. Birds screeched, insects buzzed, creatures roamed. Koro tried to fly, but his gravity manipulation failed. He tried to communicate with the Zintar system, but Earth's primitive atmosphere blocked his signal. He was alone. He sulked for days, sulking under a mushroom, refusing to eat or drink. But nature has no time for pity. Rain fell, leaves turned, winds howled, and eventually hunger gnawed at him. He began to observe. A squirrel cracked a nut, using a rock. A fox stole eggs from a bird's nest, but later the bird chased the fox with a group of smaller birds. A massive bear sat in a stream, patiently waiting for fish. Every creature had a place, every action a ripple. It fascinated him. He began to mimic them. Watching closely, he learned how to dig for edible roots. He observed bees collect nectar and saw how flowers relied on them. He became friends with a curious otter who taught him to float. At night, he listened to wolves howl at the moon and began to understand their mournful language. The forest, wild and untamed, began to feel like home. But Koro was still mischievous. At heart, he started using simple tricks to amuse the animals, rearranging bird nests in beautiful patterns, painting tree trunks with crushed berries, even mimicking the calls of different animals to confuse a very grumpy badger. But unlike on Zintar, his tricks didn't hurt anyone. In fact, they often helped. He found joy in harmless fun. Then, one day, a deep vibration shook the ground. The birds flew in panic. The insects scattered. Koro rushed to the edge of the forest and saw machines, giant, roaring beasts of metal, tearing into the trees. Humans with orange vests, loud voices, and strange tools. They cut down ancient trees, burned patches of wildflowers, and sprayed chemicals that made bees fall from the sky. Koro had never seen a species destroyed. At night, the animals gathered in fear. Koro watched a mother deer nudge her baby to a hidden den, her eyes filled with silent sorrow. The bees had stopped humming. The foxes had fled. Koro's forest was dying. He ran to the center of the forest, to a place no human had reached, where a colossal tree stood taller than mountains. This was the heart tree. It glowed faintly at night, and animals from across the land visited it. Koro had once touched it and felt a strange pulse, like the echo of life itself. Desperate, he touched the tree again and begged for help. Something stirred within him, a warmth. His fingers glowed faintly. The tree responded. Ancient energy flowed into him, awakening part of his old power, not from Xintar, but from Earth itself. The planet had accepted him. With this newfound energy, Koro transformed. His skin shimmered like bark and starlight. His eyes glowed green. He could hear the whisper of roots, the songs of birds, the pain of dying moss. He became nature's voice, but still he was torn. If he used too much power, the Council of Xintar would detect it. They would come for him. He could return home, but at what cost? Leave the forest to burn, abandon the creatures who would become his friends, or fight for the world that had taught him what balance and harmony truly meant. Koro made his choice. He began with small illusions. The machines would get lost. Workers heard whispers in the trees, telling them to go back. Their tools jammed with roots that grew impossibly fast. Their maps changed every morning. Soon, they believed the forest was cursed, but the humans were stubborn. They returned with stronger equipment and scientists. They found the heart tree. They wanted to drill beneath it, thinking some rare mineral might lie underneath. Koro knew this would destroy the entire forest's life force. That night, as a storm brewed, Koro climbed the heart tree and sang. It was a song of warning, of sorrow, of strength. Thunder cracked. Lightning struck the machines. Rain flooded the paths. Animals howled in unison, their voices rising like a tide dot in the chaos. One girl remained behind, a young botanist named Leela, who had always questioned the mission. She heard Koro's voice in the storm and followed it. She found him beside the glowing tree, his body part creature, part spirit. Instead of fear, she knelt before him and asked, "How can I help?" Koro placed a hand on her forehead and shared his memories. She saw Xintar, the exile, the lessons, the life of the forest, and its balance. She saw the pain. She wept. When the storm cleared, Lila returned to the others. She quit the project, leaked the plans to environmental organizations, and inspired protests. The government was pressured. The machines left. The forest was declared sacred. No human could touch it again. Koro, weakened from using so much power, lay under the heart tree. The animals surrounded him, mourning, but the tree pulsed once more and healed him slowly. Not fully alien anymore, and not fully creature, Koro became the forest's guardian. He never returned to Xintar. The council searched but found only echoes. Perhaps they knew. Perhaps they chose to let him be. Some say they felt the shift in the cosmic threads, a sign that Koro had found something they could never teach to this day. Travelers speak of the sacred forest where machines don't work and animals walk beside you unafraid. They say a glowing figure dances through the trees, painting trunks with stardust and rearranging nests in perfect spirals. They say the forest sings at night, and if you listen carefully, you might hear laughter, mischievous, wild, and full of joy, because sometimes redemption doesn't come from punishment. It comes from understanding, and Koro, the prankster of Xintar, became the protector of Earth, not because he was forced to, but because he chose to. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Dreamify Animation, for more original tales of wonder, morals, and the magic hidden in the stars and soil alike.